auditorium as well as in the back. In a power failure, emergency lights will be illuminated to guide you to the exits. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all this evening? Let me hear ya! We're the Kingswood High School Jazz Band. We're going to carry on with this tune called Messin' with the Kid. From the Thank You for Coming. Thank you very much. That featured Spencer Bolduck on the trumpet, Jack Lee on the trombone, Caitlin Miller on tenor saxophone, and Bradley Barbarisi on bari sax, and Matthew Horton on the alto saxophone. Boy, it is a tremendous honor and privilege to be here this evening. It's our last concert of the year. Can't believe we're here already. This is our last concert with the senior class. You'll see a lot of maybe teary, maybe laughing moments. We'll see. And when you have the end of the school year stuff, it always makes me reflect on like how quickly time passes and also how much these kids have grown up. And I look at this particular group, and I remember how when some of these seniors were freshmen, the jazz band had like 5 people in it. And so now it's grown a lot, and it's a really beautiful thing to see. And their dedication helped make that happen. I really forever grateful to this senior class. They're a fabulous group of people. So we're going to carry on with a tune by Oliver Nelson called Stolen Moments. This is going to feature a number of our fine talents. It's going to be Jack Lee, Troy McDonald, Matthew Horton, and Brad Barbarisi one more time. All right. Bass clarinet, please all help me. One, two, one. Hey, nice job, guys. All right, nice. This is going to be our last number for the jazz band, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good warm-up act. Such a fabulous group of guys. We're going to have some recognition of seniors later on, and so I will not be doing that today. So if you're wondering, hey, where are the flowers? They're coming later, promise. We're going to carry on now with probably the best-known big band chart ever. Sound of the 40s, the sound of the World War II years. This is the last big number of Glenn Miller's orchestra. It's called In the Mood. Feel free to dance in the aisles, clap along, do what they did, because this music was not meant to be treated like a museum piece. It was meant to be dance music, so we hope you enjoy. One, two, three, hop! We will be right back with the concert chorus. Please stand by. Very, very fine to be back here for you, ladies and gentlemen. We've been working on this choral program that is one of them, probably the more difficult one of the year. That last piece, Ubi Caritas, split into 6 voices at certain points. It's a really fabulous level that I've been able to push these guys to. They just keep rising to the occasion. It's a really, really rare thing. It's a special thing, and I just love teaching these guys. They're an absolutely wonderful group to work with. It is that time of the evening where we need to recognize the efforts and dedication and energy and just all-around wonderful experience that I've had working with these 12th graders this year. We're going to carry on with a piece called And So It Goes by Billy Joel. This is their senior pick. I remember us performing this when you guys were 9th grade or 10th grade? 9th grade. And when I said to them, oh, we need to pick a senior song, without any hesitation, they said, oh, And So It Goes. What do you mean? You don't want to do White Christmas? No, we're doing And So It Goes. And we're going to recognize those seniors that have contributed their talents and energies to us for the last 3 or 4 years. And in no particular order, let us begin with me getting flowers and notes before I forget that. Keeping it brief, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you guys all sorts of crazy stories about each one of these kids. I have a whole backlog of interesting experiences and funny stories and jokes that they've told me, jokes I've told them. Just really great experiences over the past 4 years. Chorus is a class that meets every day, all year. 45 minutes a day, every single day, all year. There are some folks in front of you that have performed every year, which means that if you're doing the math, that means that I've had the privilege of seeing some of these folks every single day that they've been in high school. It's a pretty rare thing, and I feel really privileged and honored to have worked with them at such an intense level. Sometimes teachers are like, oh man, this kid, I got to see him again, or I got to see her again. No, I don't think that way about these guys. I look forward to seeing these guys every single day, and it's going to be very an interesting adjustment for me next year, getting used to the new guard and carrying on without these fabulous people. But anyway, I'm getting mushy. We're going to start with 12th grader singing alto. Her name is Courtney Iacovelli. All you guys are going to want to stay here because we're doing And So It Goes next. So Courtney, you get to stay up here. Next one up is a wonderful leader. She made All-State twice, and she's been just a quiet, solid, confident presence every single year that she's been here. Her name is Julia Coughlin. This next one has taken a number of music classes with me, so not only do I get to see her during chorus every day, she also took theory and workshop and some other stuff. Her name is Shaylin Thompson. Thank God this one has a little sister, because I don't know if I'd be able to go around my daily day without yelling, "Sheriff!" to somebody. And now that her sister is in 9th grade, I get to do that for the next 3 years. Thanks a lot, Amanda Shillerif. I told myself I wouldn't cry. This one is a special one because she came back to us. I love it when students come back. When they had a good experience in band and chorus, and then through some, I don't know, scheduling thing, they couldn't be in band or chorus for some particular reason. And this one came back to us. She's a fabulous young individual, and she's going to go do great things. Her name is Emily Saunders. Yeah, and so we have this trio of people. We've got Saunders and Shillerif, actually a quartet, I should say. The third one is coming up right now. And it's going to be very interesting seeing like that empty quadrant of 4 chairs. The next one is Maddie Rich. Yeah, and here's the 4th one, right on cue. Another one of these 4-year students who has been with me every single year of high school. I've seen this kid every single day. She's been in high school. Sarah Shea Fowler. This next one is one of the more dedicated kids I've ever had the privilege of working with. Her name is Julie Cousteau. Now, I will necessarily have to leave off some more seniors here. This is going to be my last one. The group you see assembled in front of you were chorus-only students. Some of our kids are double dippers, which means that I got to see them for an hour and a half every day for all 4 years of high school, which is even better. This last one is a student that just quietly goes about her business and just kills it. Every single class she's taken, I don't think she's ever not gotten 100 in a class that I teach. And she's taken theory, guitar, like a bunch of other stuff. Her name is Natasha Chamberlain.
Now we want to thank you, Mr. Burns, for everything. It wouldn't have been possible without you, and thank you for everything. This is on behalf of all of us seniors.
Thank you. They smell delicious. Thank you. And so we have about 6 seniors in this class that have yet to be recognized because they are also in band. We're going to gather around and perform Billy Joel's And So It Goes. In order to do that, though, I need a starting note. I need a starting note from my main sidekick right over here. And I just want to take a second to have everybody recognize the talents and contributions of Wayne Gaiman. This guy is the best. They've enlisted me to sing tenor. So I guess I'm singing tenor. And every time I've held a rose, it seems I've only felt the thorns. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so will you soon, I suppose. This is why my eyes are closed. It's just as well for all I've seen. And so it goes, and so it goes. And you're the only one who knows. Anyone who's been to more than one concert that I've put on knows that I'm an avowed and unapologetic Beatles fanatic. They're the best band ever. Sorry, just as a fact. And in keeping with the greatness of the Beatles, we're going to carry on with our last number here. And this is going to feature a fabulous young gentleman, Andrew Bacon, here over the drums. You've seen him before on the jazz band. Let's hear it from Mr. Andrew Bacon. And this will be our last number. It's going to feature a number of soloists. It's going to feature Gavin Williams, Matthew Horton, Victoria Baxter, and Julie Cousteau, and Mariana Palladino. Feel free to sing along as long as you can carry a tune, and we'll have a great time. At the end of our performance, we're going to have a very brief intermission for you all to get a chance to go out, stretch your legs, avail yourselves of the concession stand, maybe even buy a Kingswood music card. I'm sorry, what was that, Mr. Burns? Kingswood music card. We have a new fundraiser initiative that I'd like to make you all aware of. For $20, you are able to buy a Kingswood music card, and that will give you a whole mess of discounts around local businesses. And these businesses have been kind of approached by me and the Music Boosters. A lot of these guys are oriented towards live music. They are supportive of live music. You can find some restaurants or cafes where live music happens often. There's also Wolfboro Friends of Music and Great Waters Music Festival for a potential discount on tickets. There's a whole lot of really great stuff in there, and it does two things. One, it supports our efforts to fundraise for all the different stuff that we do, and it also shows that there's a number of businesses out here who really support arts and music in the schools. And in a sad state of affairs, it's not always the case with music departments. I look around the state, and even the Lakes region as close as Laconia, and music departments are getting cut to a degree where they might not be around in the next couple of years. And this is, if you're not aware of this, it's an issue that we should be aware of. And so it's with even more emphasis that I realize how much of a lucky guy I am to work with these people and to work in this facility, in this community. And so I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being so supportive of music. And that's it from me. We're going to carry on with the Beatles.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine on till tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, oh, let it be.
The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen the road before. me to your door. The wild and windy night that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way.
Don't make it bad. Sing a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better.
Hey Jude, made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. Anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. For well you know that it's a fool who plays it by making the world a little colder. Da 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 da. Hey Jude, yeah. Judy, Judy, Judy. Judy, Judy, Judy. Hey Jude, hey Jude. Da 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 da. Hey Jude, hey Jude, hey Jude.
Well, one more time for Mr. Gavin Williams, Matt Horton, Victoria Baxter, Julie Cousteau, and Mariana Palladino, and the entire Kingswood Regional High School concert choir. We're going to take a very brief intermission, and we'll be right back.
land of lost but not forgotten creatures, dinosaurs roamed the earth. These immense reptiles foraged, hunted, and thrived in a tropical paradise known as North America. Although lost to the chill of an ice age and the relentless change of Mother Nature, these beings left an imprint on the imagination of people young and old. Join our band in a musical journey and discover the size, the power, and the mystery of the dinosaurs. Brontosaurus means thunder lizard and was one of the biggest dinosaurs. He was as long as a football field and weighed over 30 tons. When Brontosaurus walked, his steps must have sounded like thunder and left footprints the size of a bathtub. For all of his great size, Brontosaurus had a tiny brain. 2 words sum up this huge creature: big and stupid. Triceratops means 3-horned face and belonged to the group of horned dinosaurs known as ceratopsians. Most were 4-legged and stocky like the rhinoceros today. Fully grown, the Triceratops was the size of a school bus and roamed the North American plains in herds like buffalo. Not all dinosaurs were huge and slow. Raptors, also known as velociraptors, meant swift plunderers. He was built for speed. Unlike fast-running 4-legged animals, the raptors ran on their hind legs and used a slender tail for balance. Running like an ostrich, some of these nimble creatures reached up to speeds of 35 miles an hour, making raptors as fast as a racehorse. Tyrannosaurus rex is best known as the king of the meat eaters. This fearsome tyrant measured almost 50 feet long and stood higher than a 3-story building. With teeth like steak knives and powerful jaws, it hunted and devoured its prey. Rex was a walking butcher shop. Pterodactyl was the winged lizard of flight. Resembling bats, the pterodactyl did not really fly, but glided. Using skin stretched from front to back as wings, he could float on the air and soar like a kite. Join us as our prehistoric pilot rises above the other creatures and takes us in for the final landing.
Daniel Cartier, our narrator. And now is the evening, or now is the time of the evening where we're going to recognize those seniors that have given us their talents and time over the last 4 years. And there are a few of them. This seems to be larger and larger every single year, and I think that's a good sign, sign of a good growing musical program. So Danielle's going to help me hand out some flowers and cards, and let's see how this goes. So Danielle broke her thumb. How did you break your thumb? She fell. fell. We're gonna, and so I needed to have a narrator, and she seemed like she broke her thumb at just the perfect time. And so while she is a member of the band, and she is one of the most helpful ones, and she's also our secretary, and she does a great job, can't play clarinet tonight, which is why she was our narrator, and I think she did a fabulous job. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be really, really tricky. Gosh, this is such a great group of kids. I was saying to the chorus as we warmed up earlier this evening that I've only been teaching 7 years, but you don't need to teach that long to realize that a class like this doesn't really show up all that often. It's a really fabulous group of people. We're going to work our way from the back of the band to the front. This gentleman is a 4-year member. That means another one of those people that I saw every single day for their 4 years in high school. When I started here, the drum section was a mess. It was an absolute mess. You go to a pep performance, and there was one drum set, and this is like 5 years ago, a cowbell and 16 tambourines. It was just an unmitigated mess. And through the stewardship of these next two gentlemen, this percussion section has really, really elevated itself, hopefully for many, many years to come. We have Mr. Jake Woodard, who also broke his hand or wrist and is still showing up. And up next is Mr. Clancy Mason. This gentleman, after Mr. Clancy Mason, is a recent addition. He's a 12th grader, and I brought him in just because he was, well, of course he's a 12th grader, what else are we talking about? He took guitar with me last year, and I basically harassed him to the point, where'd Clancy go? Clancy, come back. I basically harassed this young man to the point of joining band, and here he is. His name is James Varney. But first, Clancy. Fine gentleman I've been able to trash talk about hockey with for the past 4 years. He did Lakes Region a number of times, and he's a very, very strong leader and fabulous trumpet player. His name is Peter Marshall. While Peter grunts his way to the front of the stage, and that's really hard. It's like an obstacle course back there. These are doing great. Peter Marshall. I've known this next young man since he was in 5th grade. Long story short, I used to teach in Somersworth High School. I'm from Somersworth. It's my hometown. I love being from there. And this young man's older brother was in band with me when I was in high school. 7th or 12th grade band. I was in 12th grade. He was in 7th grade. What band in the world is 7th or 12th grade, you might ask? Somersworth High School. That's the only one in the world. Literally the only one in the world. And so I knew this kid from the time he was in 5th grade, and now here he is going to University of Southern Maine next year and majoring in music, Troy McDonald. Yeah, Troy. He also was on our first Frisbee team. Yeah, all right. All right, moving right along. This one's really, really special. Just an absolute ray of sunshine every time she walks in the room. A leader, a energetic, effervescent, like time bomb. Just a energy for days. And she's been an absolute wonderful pleasure to have. We don't get too many of these. Her name is Emma Dene. If you were to tell me that this next student was going to be the best clarinet players in the state of New Hampshire and would go on and major in music and be such a wonderful addition, not just to this band and to this music program, but to wherever, every ensemble that she touches, she's an absolute, like, blessing. Angie Nicastro. Way to go, Angela. And we've got another one who's been in with us for many, many years, and she just has wisdom and maturity beyond her years. Her name is Kayla Skates on the French horn. All right. Everyone gets their special moment. That's why. Yeah. This fine gentleman is also majoring in music next year, and he's playing trombone. He's elevated the trombone section. He was, as a freshman, the only one, and now we have 6. Maybe that's because of him. I don't know. I'm going to tell people that, though. Jack Lee. This fine gentleman was also an avid Frisbee player and also the president of our band. He plays bassoon and clarinet. He sings in the choir. He's one of the best runners in the cross-country athletes in the state of New Hampshire. This dude does not ever stop. His name is Hunter Miller. Interesting route. Interesting route. I'm going to move along, though, for the sake of brevity. Before Hunter comes up. There he is. All right. The next ones are all pretty close, I swear. This one is to a band director, just one of the few and far between students that you kind of get, a person who's always willing to help, basically thinks thoughts that I'm thinking before I even say them out loud. It's miraculous and takes a lot of time to kind of figure out what's going on in my head, and she's done a fabulous job. I will miss having her at my right-hand side in the band rehearsal, mostly because I'm just watching for phones. But you're right away. Victoria Baxter. All right, 3 more. Really, really quick. This student is one of the rare students that's able to get a music class for just about every single class during the school day. I have her for music workshop, A block, band and chorus. She's almost always here for task, and she also has me for guitar. So if you do the math, that's about 4.5 hours of this student every single day, and she's one of the most dedicated students you could ever hope to find, Natalie Perkins. Make way for Natalie. No, you're not. And lastly, but not leastly, this is the last student. A very rare thing to have a student who's like smarter than you have any right to be as a 9th grader, and just the most wise, forward-thinking, clever, hardworking, dedicated, talented, fabulous young person. Her name is Kelsey Hammond. And I'm going to give this one out right now, just because she's right in the front row. She's a real sweetheart, and I've been really blessed to count her as a friend and a musical colleague. She's going to be here after Lord of the Rings. We're playing a little bit of Latin music later, and her name is Holly Simons. Thank you, Danielle. And now we're going to carry on with the masterpiece, Lord of the Rings. This is the senior class' senior pick. We hope you enjoy. Class 2016, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an honor. It's been an honor. Last minute preparations for Danzas Cubanas. We are going to feature a number of soloists here. We're going to have Christopher Hempel on trumpet, Peter Marshall on trumpet, Rebecca Coash on flute, and I'm sure there's someone I'm missing. Jack Lee! How could I forget Jack Lee on trombone? And this is going to get tropical. We hope you enjoy. Afterwards, we are going to allow you to go home. Finally, you've been a fabulous audience. Thank you so much for your support. And by the by, there's an event next Friday. It's a battle of the bands. Please come and support. We've got 7 groups showing up, and many of them are Kingswood students. Many of them you've seen perform tonight. What a talented group I'm privileged to teach. I love my job. So we're going to carry on with Danzas Cubanas, and we wish you a very lovely evening, and thank you for coming out. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We hope to see you at graduation on June 11th or at the Battle of the Bands next Friday. Have a great evening. Thank you very much.